It's mid-March right now, especially March 16th. I wanted to provide an update just because a lot of things is happening with blooms and some fruits, some late ripening fruits that we still have right now. So this is an update on these 2019 Verne Manila Rootstocks. So far March has been a little bit dry, like some sprinkling here and there. It's been very windy. Most of the daytime temps has been in the high 60s, but it's been getting in mid 70s to low 70s. So we are getting into powdery mildew kind of weather and season. I've decided that I won't be spraying any of these trees. So the last spraying I had was in February, which was copper. I sprayed copper on it, not to prevent powdery mildew, but prevent any kind of other fungal issues. For this month in March, I am not going to be spraying anything for powdery mildew, just because even though these trees aren't from planted in 2019, the rootstock, I still consider it pretty young. And last year I practically got no vegetative growth. Everything probably had like at most one flush of growth, and a few things didn't even flush any kind of growth. So last year was just kind of pretty bad in terms of growth. So this year I'm gonna just let the plants do what it does. If these flowers set, that'd be great. If they don't set, that's great too. It'll be a good chance to see which varieties has blooms that are a bit susceptible to powdery mildew. So far the only variety I've sprayed on was St. Maui, just because the blooms and the leaves were getting powdery mildew. So if the leaves do get powdery mildew, I do tend to try to at least spray that. But everything else I have not sprayed. So it's a good test to see what varieties are more resistant to powdery mildew and which varieties aren't. So it'll be an interesting year to see if I get any fruits this year on these plants. If I don't, that's okay with me too. If I do, that'd be great. So here's an update. It's some of the plants look a little bit beat up due to some of the cold damage and so forth. But overall, I would consider this winter to be very mild, a very mild winter. It wasn't a warm winter, but it was a very mild winter. I have lots of kind of annual vegetables that actually survive, which is pretty surprising. So here's an update. This is Dolores. It's not looking too good with the yellowing on the leaves, but it's going to shoot out some blooms, and hopefully once this bloom is over I get some bit better looking leaves. Okay. And this is Little Gem. There was 4 fruits. I picked the one on the first that didn't really ripen properly, so that's why you guys didn't see an update on that. So these 3 are ripening pretty properly. This one I just picked right now, very nice color. Look at this red blush and the yellowing that's happening. So I'm gonna pick this other one too. Has really nice yellowing on it too, slightly gives. So look at it. There's one more here, but I'm gonna give this one another week or two. It's another week or two before I pick it. But yeah, in terms of these foods, I mean, look very nice, very cool, very beautiful coloring on these. So, and they're giving, like you push it, it gives a bit. So that's a Little Gem. So two fruits I'll be picking, and I'll do a taste test on this once they soften up. Okay. This is lemon zest right here. This is my seedling selection, California Romit. So little gem right here. A few of the branches is beginning to push flowers, but I don't mind if it doesn't set any fruit or anything this year. Okay, back here sunrise. There's the blooms. No sign of powdery mildew. This is Super Julie. Some of the first blooms got damaged, but this second bloom is coming out pretty nicely. You kind of see the red that Super Julie has on its blooms. Okay. Right here is Sweet Tart. So Sweet Tart is flowering quite a bit. So let's see, there's some browning on it. Tiny signs of powdery mildew. Let's see what happens. Okay. On to the next tree. Okay. And this is peach cobbler right here. Ice cream. This is Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon had a lot of signs of powdery mildew. See on here. So this is Alfonso, also signs of powdery mildew. Let's see, so this is Ram Chimea, Valkyrie. Okay. This is Golden Queen, Cat Saigon, Jin Huang. The first blooms are here. It's going to push out another bloom. This right here is Malika. Kind of very brownish, dirty bloom. And this is Ambrosia right here. The graft took place right here. Kind of grew all the way up. And so it's sending out blooms right now. It's another peach cobbler right here. This is a Juliet. Juliet right here. This is a diamond right here. This is Pineapple Pleasure. Lots of powdery mildew signs on this. Right here is Safira Lucknow. This is Sindri. Sindri, it's still dormant, has not pushed anything. Very interesting. This is Show Winter or Raw Honey. Okay, down here is Maha Chinook. So Maha has blooms on this branch, but this branch is still dormant. On to the next tree. This is Sassy Love, which Sassy Love seems, so far at least in my area, seems pretty disease prone. Right here is Orange Sherbet. This is a Giselle. Lots of powdery mildew on this. This is a Guava Saint Alone, which sent out blooms and then also sent out one entirely vegetative flush. Very, very cool to see. And here's another Super Julie. Here's more Malika Yeah, Malika seems to have no signs of powdery mildew, but it had all kinds of like fungal issues. This right here is a sweet tart, very clean blooms. This is an N12. This is the Duncan. This is Angie. This is Nam Dak Mai Mun. And let's see what else I got here. It's brown leather brown chimera right here. Okay. This is Little Gem right here. EY's right here. This is a Super Julie right here. And then this one's Carla and Tom Pecan right here. Okay. This is St. Maui, which is flushing a lot of mixed blooms or blooms and vegetative. So here's an example of one mixed bloom and the powder mildew on the leaves. So I did spray St. Maui just because when there's signs of powdery mildew on the leaves, I do like spraying. If it's just on the bloom, I don't think I would have done much, but this one's such a good size, I probably would have sprayed anyway just to get some fruits. But it's a very vigorous grower. Unfortunately, I don't like that it's susceptible to powdery mildew, and not just the blooms but the leaves. Usually some varieties could be both leaves and blooms, and some varieties just the bloom seems more susceptible, but it looks like definitely St. Maui, it's blooms and leaves. So St. Maui right here. This is Iman Pasan. It bloomed first time, didn't make it. Let's see what happens with these blooms. Don't look too great. Okay, that's California Ramit. These don't look too great on this side. So, and this is Sassy Love, which is pretty battered right now. All the blooms are pretty bad. I'm gonna just let it be. I don't really want this to even be bloom. I'll just try to let it grow this year. And here's like some dieback that began in end of fall. I kind of just left it alone. Pretty much stopped. But this is Sassy Love. Okay, and here's my California Mint. It was pretty windy, so all the small fruit like got knocked out, but that's perfectly fine. It's like almost a thinning of the fruits. Let's sow. There's a lot of fruitlets are still holding. I think it's gonna be fine. The one I did bag, they remain a little bit more cleaner and greener than the ones I just kind of left outside, where it's a bit more damage to the skin, I guess, versus the few that I bagged, even though I bagged it pretty late. Okay, this is Dupree Saigon, and it's reblooming. But yeah, bloom's gonna make it. And this is Bombay, signs of powdery mildew. This is Jin Huang. And we have here fruit fruit cocktail. And then we have Zabda right here. And then Hindi Basanara. This one is also Egyptian variety, and it's dormant right now. So on to the next tree. So this is cac. Lots of blooms, look pretty dirty right now, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna just leave it alone. It's supposed to be a variety that still does well and set some fruits through, you know, fungal and powdery mildew issues. So see what happens. That's cac. I did get some fungal issues on this. Like if you look at it, see this right here? It's kind of getting into the stem. I'm not gonna prune it or anything. I'll just leave it alone and see when the dieback kind of stops. But yeah, look at this. Very surprising, considering how mild our winter is. See that? So I'm not sure if this, at least this branch is gonna make it or not. Let's see that right there. Up next is the Super Julie. Super Julie, Super Julie has a very nice pinkish, reddish blossoms. This is Cotton Candy. Big change, like more like a yellow, red stem, yellow blossoms. On to the next tree. This is a Florigon. First bloom is bad already, but it's already sending out a second. Oops, it's already sending out a second bloom. Right there. But again, looks like it's prone to powdery mildew. Right, here's the Juliet. This is a lemon zest, which is, you see the browning, but I think it's just old blossoms. What's very surprising with it is that no signs of like powdery mildew or anything. Very surprised. So we'll see if this holds fruits or not. So this is lemon zest. This is Graham right here, kind of this dirty blossom. This right here. So we'll see how Graham does. So that's an update. That's an update for now, mid-March. Just because a lot of things is happening, I wanted to provide an update. Let's see what happens. I am going with the kind of no spray, at least on these 8 trees for the month of March. I'm not going to be spraying it. I only sprayed St. Maui. I don't really plan to spray anything else. So just kind of see which varieties are more susceptible to powdery mildew and which one isn't. And they're just too, you know, even though these have been in the ground since 2019, I think they're still younger trees to me. So I'm not going to push for fruits. But my other larger trees, like if you guys have seen those will get more of a spraying to prevent powdery mildew if I get additional blooms, you know. But these won't. Okay, all right, that's an update for now. Thanks everyone.